This is my second video, and the topic is my testimony. It's going to be very hard for me to go through this without tearing up, so I hope I can, but if not, just bear with me, and I thank you for watching. My relationship with Jesus Christ has changed my life. I know where I'm spending my eternity, but the journey has not been easy. Yes, I'm only 16 years old, but in my 16 years, the past 2 years have been some of the most difficult times that I think I will ever go through. And it's been very difficult, but I've learned that I've had to turn to God, and that's the only way I could make it through it. In August 2010, I was diagnosed with scoliosis. I was in need of emergency back surgery. It was pressing up against my lungs, and if I had not had the surgery, they said I probably would not live to be 18. On September 16th, 2010, I underwent a spinal fusion. I really didn't understand why God was putting me through such a major thing at the age of 15. I didn't understand. I didn't understand how someone who was supposed to love you could do something so difficult to you. But I went through the surgery and it went wonderful. It was just hard knowing that I could not do the things that normal teenagers would do. I knew that I went through the surgery with no problem because of the grace of God. I knew the power of prayer and the hands of God were the reason why I did so well. Well, in February 2011, I had a fall. But not only a fall physically, I had a fall mentally. I just wondered why God was doing this to me. Why me? And then why now? Why couldn't I go through this when I'd gotten older? I didn't understand, and I often thought, what did I do to deserve to go through this? What did I do to deserve so much pain? When I fell due to a muscle spasm in my lower back. It was just one of those freak accidents, and there was nothing anybody could do about it. I was instantly in crucial pain. It was shooting down my leg, and it still is today. It was very discouraging knowing that after going through the surgery and everything going so good, and then to have something go so wrong. I didn't understand why God was doing this to me. I mean, it just blew my mind. We had really thought that I had messed something up in my lower back, maybe a screw or rod or anything like that. But this past December, I found out that I had not damaged anything, not even a disc or anything. It was just a muscle contracting, so that was an answered prayer. But when I had my fall, I hurt my back, but I also hurt my relationship with God. I didn't understand, and I know I keep saying that, but going through so much pain, I couldn't believe God would do that to me. Even though I know I'm a sinner and I sin daily, I thought God loved me, and it was just very hard. Well, April 2011, I was suffering from depression. I didn't know where to turn. I began to see things in a whole new way. I found myself pushing everyone away, just constantly pushing someone away. Didn't want to talk to anybody, didn't want to watch TV, didn't want to go anywhere. I felt so alone in a world full of people. I didn't understand how you could feel so alone being surrounded by a world just full of people and people that you see daily. I didn't feel like anybody would understand what I was going through. I felt I was being deprived of my teenage years. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. It was as if like the devil had a remote that he just knew when to push that button that told me that I had a problem and I was the only one with that problem. It was kind of like I was in a nightmare and I could not wake up. I mean, everything was going wrong. By July, things were just getting worse, and that's when things got really bad. I began to have suicidal thoughts. I had them throughout August and September. My thoughts were coming every 3 to 5 minutes, from things to falling downstairs to hurt myself, to standing out in front of a car to try to get hit by it. And I knew these things weren't me. It was the devil. But seeing that while you're going through it was just such a hard thing to do. On October 5th, 2011, my life changed forever. That night, I took the thoughts farther. I took them to the next level, and I attempted to kill myself. The next day, I was admitted to the Bradley Center in Columbus, Georgia. I was there for 8 days. I'd never felt so alone. I didn't understand anything. I just wanted to get out of there. I didn't think that they could help me. I knew I needed help, but I didn't think anyone could ever help what I was going through. In my stay at the Bradley Center, I learned so much. It was very hard being away from my family. I learned that everything's temporary, and I was making a fix on a temporary thing, and I was making it a forever thing. I didn't care about what I was doing, and it was a very tough time, and I couldn't have made it without my parents and knowing that I had a God who was perfect and was there. I still struggle with it today. I'm still in the crucial pain. But when I realized I needed the help, I searched for it. And I realized that so many people call it the nut house and things like that, that it made me realize that there is help out there, and that it's not that. It's a doctor that you stay overnight at, and I just it was very hard, and I pray that if there are anybody who is going through this, that you reach out for help, and know that the Lord is there no matter what. And it was one of the toughest times I've ever been through. I just couldn't understand. I didn't trust God, and I see that now. But now I see that with things, you have to turn to God, and there's no one else. Of course, you have your parents and your grandparents, and just someone who's usually always there. But God doesn't care. He knows the devil plays with your mind, and I feel like me putting my story out there is going to help somebody, and I pray it does. Because in 1 John 5:10 it says, "Whoever believes in the Son of God has the testimony in himself. Whoever does not believe in God has made him a liar, because he has not believed in the testimony that God has borne concerning his Son." And Mark 5:19 says, "And he did not permit him, but said to him, Go home and tell your friends. Tell them how much the Lord has done for you, and how his mercy has shone upon you." I learned that I can always depend on God. He's always going to be there, even though sometimes it feels like you're in the darkness, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. And you don't want to make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. But I pray that this video helps you, and helps you realize that God's always there, and that people can go through things and come out with an experience and learn things from it. I challenge you to put your word out there. Tell people what you've gone through, because good chance there is somebody who's gone through it too. And I've just had to learn that I'm not the only one. There are others out there who have tried killing themselves, and it's just a sickness. There's nothing wrong with it, with having them, because everybody's going to get down at some point. You just have to turn to God, and I pray you do that if you ever get down. And I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope you really get something out of this. Thanks.